All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Texas Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're very excited to have you joining us for this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, just a few quick housekeeping items for you. Just as a reminder, your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters cannot see or hear you. You can, however, though, use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time during this session. This is just one of many different sessions happening today and tomorrow. So check out the website and sign up for anything else that you are interested in. And lastly, this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. And I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
Thank you so much. Good evening. My name is Rachel Tanner. I work with the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. We are the land-grant flagship institution for the Minnesota system campuses. And we're right in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we're a large public institution, Division I sports, part of the Big Ten Conference, 900 student groups, Tier 1 research, 150 majors. And we're in an urban setting. So you get that classic Big Ten college experience, but you're right outside the downtown of both Minneapolis and St. Paul. So this is the main part of our campus. You catch this train 10 minutes this way, that's downtown Minneapolis. A few minutes the other way is the downtown of St. Paul. So you really are nestled in between two really large cities, which is a nice way for you to get connected personally, professionally, go catch a concert, whatever it is you're looking for. We do work to bring breadth and depth academically. We have 150 majors, 135 minors. We also have many graduate professional programs. So if you're somebody who's considering law school, medical school, veterinary school, OT, PT, we do offer all of those on campus. We can start giving you that pre-professional advising you might be looking for to make sure you're on track academically, but also taking advantage of the other opportunities on campus, like internships, volunteering, doing research, anything like that, to make sure you're a really competitive applicant when you come out of the undergrad. Despite our large size, we do try to keep class sizes small. 80% of all classes are 50 students or less. 64% of all classes are 30 students or less. So your big classes are generals, but we're always going to pair those with a discussion or lab. So a breakout session of only about 25 students, just to make sure you have the chance to ask questions or get help on something in a smaller group setting. Being a Tier 1 research institution, there is a lot of opportunity for y'all to get involved on campus if you'd like to, by either pairing up with a faculty member or submitting your own research proposal and getting funding to do it yourself. When we admit students into the University of Minnesota, we admit them into one of our 8 freshman admitting colleges. We do this for a couple of reasons. First, we would know we're a large institution, so coming into a smaller community of scholars interested in some of the same things you are just makes that transition a little bit easier from high school to college. We also do it so you know you have access to the program that you came to Minnesota for. So if you know you want to explore engineering or you like business or nursing, we want to make sure we can start you in those classes right away to make sure they're the right fit. If not, we can help you switch things around, but that way hopefully you figure out sooner rather than later. So popular majors are going to be our neuroscience or genetics program, architecture, interior design, sport management, animal science, our psychology and language programs. Anything in the business school is quite popular, our direct entry nursing, and then the College of Science and Engineering has 13 STEM-based programs, including biomedical, aerospace, mechanical, so tons of areas for students to explore. Like a good big school, we have a lot of opportunities for y'all to get involved on campus. We have over 900 student organizations, 200 of those are student cultural groups, and there are 12 student cultural centers. So if you want to get involved based on an interest, a pre-professional group, your identity, a culturally based group, a lettuce eating club, a sweatpants wearing club, I mean, you name it, we've got tons of ways for you to find your community on campus. We do have a massive study abroad program, so if you're interested in doing that, we highly encourage it. In fact, our business school requires that students study abroad, so we can make it work with any degree program that you're looking at. Majority of our students choose to live on campus their first year, and we guarantee you a place to live on campus if you'd like to. We have 12 residence halls to choose from, so singles, doubles, triples, quads, apartment style living. We also have living learning communities. So if you want to go through your first Minnesota winter with some other folks, you can live in at home in Minnesota, which just gets you a little bit more familiar with the Twin Cities and the culture of Minnesota, teaches about hot dishes, ice skating, apple picking, things like that. Most of our students, like I said, live on campus their first years, but years 2, 3, and 4, they really like to explore the communities that surround us. Because oftentimes those Dinkytown and Stadium Village, they're really built for students. They're going to offer low cost living or flexible leases if you're studying abroad. It's where the homecoming parade goes through. It's where you can get your Gopher gear. The coffee shops adjust their hours around finals. So really giving you that quintessential college town feel, but staying in that urban setting. Being in Minneapolis, St. Paul does have its perks, certainly professionally. There are 16 Fortune 500 companies headquartered in Minnesota. So places like 3M, Target, Medtronic, Boston Scientific will be recruiting on our campus. So you can certainly take that experience and stay in the Midwest, or go back to Texas or across the country, across the world, whatever it is you're looking to do after you've graduated. It's a bite-sized city. We're not going to feel like a concrete jungle, but there's still a lot going on. 6 professional sports teams, a huge theater network, concert venues with on and around campus. After the Gophers play on a Saturday afternoon, you can certainly go catch a concert that evening. Our location does make us fairly easy to get to as an out-of-state student as well. Many direct flights to Minneapolis-St. Paul. Just go downstairs in the airport. You can catch the light rail. This is about a 15-20 minute cab ride into campus. Now, of course, as you're looking at all your institutions, value should be a huge part of your consideration. We work to be a Great Value institution. We've been named that by a couple of prints. We're really proud of it. It's largely due to those numbers you see at the top. 93% of our first-year students come back their second year, which means we're a good fit financially, academically, and personally for them, which we're really excited about. Our four-year graduation rate has actually gone up since I made this, and we're now at 74% of our students get in and out in 4 years. So all of our degree programs are designed to do so as long as you maintain that academic success. You can see our tuition and fees at the bottom there. Note that if you choose to apply to Minnesota, you're automatically considered for admission, the honors program, and all of our academic merit-based scholarships. For out-of-state students specifically, those range from $2,500, they go up to $15,000. Those are each year for all 4 years, and they can be stacked. So please continue to do the dig in your community, because you can always stack anything we offer you on top of what you might get from your doctor's office, your dentist's office, things like that. You can apply through the Common or the Golden Gopher application. We just see the application form, $55 application fee, and then self-report your grades and courses. Test score is not required for those of you who are seniors, and you still have full consideration for admission, honors, and scholarships. Our first deadline is right around the corner. It's November 1st. If you do like our nursing program, be sure to get it in by November 1st. Otherwise, it's full consideration up until January 1st for admission, honors, and scholarships. Here's my contact information. I'll throw it in the chat as well, so we can move on to the next school. But thanks for being here today, and I will pass it off. Thanks, y'all.
Hi, my name is Erica. I am actually presenting to you from my car. So thanks for dealing with me as I just kind of scroll through a PowerPoint instead of as I scroll through a PDF instead of doing a sort of a normal PowerPoint. Okay, so Northern Michigan University is located in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So we are right along the shores of Lake Superior, and we celebrate all 4 seasons in Marquette. Our natural setting makes for an amazing outdoor experiences, academic and recreational, all year round. Many of our students love the outdoors, but you do not have to in order to thrive here. Marquette and Northern offer a safe, friendly, and welcoming community. We are a mid-sized institution, so we're large enough where we have a lot of programs to choose from, a strong alumni network, connections around the world, nice facilities, but we're small enough where you have small class sizes and your professors really know your name. So the average class size is around 28, average lab and seminar size is around 15, and this gives your professors the ability to get to know you on a personal level. So those close relationships result in mentorship and guidance as you move through your experience at Northern and onto whatever you're going to do next, whether that's grad school or joining the professional world. We have over 170 academic programs to choose from. So we have some popular programs that are related to our natural setting, like fisheries and wildlife management, environmental studies and sustainability, but also things like nursing, art and design, criminal justice, sports science, a large array of business programs, medicinal plant chemistry as well, which is the first program of its kind in the US. So you get hands-on experience right away to help you find out what you love, so you can get more specific, and what you don't love, so you can change your mind and shift to the program that is the right fit. So you're working with real people in professional settings, with real equipment in the real world. Also, you leave Northern well prepared to take your next steps in grad school or in your professional careers. So Northern is a welcoming space for students from all backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences. And we're an institution that really emphasizes access to higher education. So we have no test scores, no essays, no letters of recommendation as part of the application. We have tons of first-generation college student resources, as well as academic and emotional support, like academic support programming, tutoring, disability services, counseling. All of these things are there to facilitate student success. So your experience outside of the classroom is an important piece of your college education. So when you feel connected and that you're contributing your experience and your perspective to your community, you're happier and you do better in the classroom. So I already mentioned that many students are outside all year round, but there's tons to experience indoors too. So we have over 300 student organizations. There's academic and non-academic opportunities. We have leadership programs, some that are credit bearing and actually come with a stipend. There's also community service and volunteer opportunities too. All of these are really a big part of student identity at Northern. There are also events that are happening on campus that are going to keep you busy as a spectator or a participant, so ranging from the arts to athletics. So let's talk about finances. This is an important piece when you're looking at your college or your university for the future for you and your family. So for our out-of-state students, our tuition and fees and room and board amount to around $29,240 per year. The average financial aid package is around $12,300. So that financial aid package can include things like our merit-based scholarships that bring that out-of-state tuition rate closer to in-state, as well as competitive scholarship opportunities like our Presidential Scholars Competition, with awards ranging from $1,000 to a full ride, as well as other free money opportunities that just require an additional application. I do want to mention that a laptop is actually included as part of tuition fees with access to Northern's LTE network or wireless network across the Upper Peninsula. So I don't think it's a secret that the world is at a pivotal point right now. So there is so much that is coming to a head right now in the US and all over the world. And you are all going to change this world, and we need you to do that. And at Northern, we want to give you the tools to be able to make the biggest change you can. So our alumni are out making an impact, and we know you're going to do the same. We want to help you make the biggest impact that you can. So we would really love for you to come and visit Northern and learn more about us. We're offering virtual and on-campus visit opportunities. I can only talk about so much in 6 minutes. So if any of this resonates with you, come check us out and experience this place for yourself, however you're able to do that. You can scan the QR code here to get more information from Northern. But again, my name's Erica. I work with students from Texas, and my job is to help get you through this process. I would love to hear from you.
All right, I think it's my turn. Erica, really tough to follow somebody who's in their car and does that so eloquently. My name is Aspen Arnold. I am a regional admissions counselor for Michigan State University. Regional being the fact that I live in Dallas, Texas, work with students from all across the state of Texas. So excited to share a little bit more about our top 100 global university, our academic programs, and the experiential learning opportunities that you'll find on one of the most environmentally conscious and culturally diverse campuses in the country. MSU is located in beautiful East Lansing, Michigan, which is a vibrant college town just a few miles away from Lansing, the capital of Michigan, and about an hour and a half outside of Detroit. So fairly easy to get to our campus for our Texas students to fly directly to Detroit and find their way to East Lansing. With our central location, you won't have to travel far to visit Michigan's beaches, ski slopes, metropolitan life, and really experience what we like to call pure Michigan. Our campus itself is a 5,000-acre park-like campus setting with countless restaurants, gardens, parks, and trails. You're also going to find our campus is home to botanical gardens, art museums, performing arts venues, Big Ten athletic facilities, recreation sports facilities, and even its own hotel. As far as our student community goes, we are home to students from all 50 states and more than 100 different countries, 140 different countries. We like to think that our size means access to big opportunities. There are almost 50,000 students studying at MSU from all 50 states. Each year we bring in and welcome about 100 students from Texas each year. First generation college students account for about 15% of this population, and about 27% of our students are comprised from students from outside of the state of Michigan. We offer over 200 majors across 17 different degree granting colleges. I often see that Texas students are drawn to us for our Eli Broad College of Business, our College of Engineering, or our College of Natural Sciences and their associated free health programs. You'll also find a law school as well as 3 medical schools, including the #3 ranked veterinary school in the nation, right there on our campus in East Lansing. Now, that's not to say that we don't excel in other programs. We have 38 majors that are ranked in the top 25 nationally. So if you're looking at programs like game development, astrophysics, education, supply chain management, we're going to be a strong destination for you all too. And as we talk about that academic component, whether you're completely undecided about your degree path, you've comfortably declared a major, or you even fall somewhere in between, I really find that MSU is a place that you can explore. What makes MSU's academic programs stand out to me is not the fact that we boast these high-ranking programs, even though we do. It's really the fact that MSU provides you with the opportunity to collaborate across multiple different academic disciplines. So many students that I work with double major or take classes in completely different academic departments. And I think that flexibility within your academic path is really what stands out for Michigan State as a large public institution. There are many reasons that students choose to study at MSU beyond our top ranked academic programs and collaborative community. A few of those are listed here on this screen. We've been ranked by the Princeton Review as a top 25 destination for entrepreneurship. So our Burgess Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation educates over 700 students each year and gives students of all different majors that business experience. Of course, we're a tier 1 research institution along with our other Big 10 colleagues. So there's opportunities within every single major for students to work side by side with faculty, both on campus and throughout the state, to get hands-on experiences. Lastly, I want to talk about education abroad. We offer over 275 different programs on all 7 continents. As an out-of-state student, you're going to automatically receive our Presidential Study Abroad stipend, so a one-time award to go towards that overall cost of the study abroad program. On any big campus, you're going to find lots to do, and I'm going to kind of glaze over this because we have a short amount of time, but of course we have over 900 student organizations, lots of ways for you to get involved at MSU. Our students are very successful when they graduate from Michigan State. We feel like you're making an investment when it comes to going to an out-of-state institution, and we want to make sure that you're getting a return on that investment. Some of these statistics we're really proud of, but I love to point out that 94% placement rate. Our students are then going all across the country, all across the globe when it comes to getting a job upon graduation. When you apply to Michigan State, you're automatically considered for scholarships. We offer scholarships ranging anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per year. We're also going to review you holistically for admissions purposes to MSU. Our application for you seniors is live right now. And we highly recommend applying by November 1st, so you have a few days left to get that in. We are a test optional institution when it comes to admissions, scholarships, as well as our honors college. So completely up to you whether or not you want to submit that test score. Lastly, we too are open for campus visitors and are offering more lucrative virtual tour programs these days, and would love to connect with you further. I'm going to go ahead and share my information in the chat. So if you have any questions, you can pass it on to me and I'll pass it on to the next school. Thanks so much.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Veronica. I use she, her pronouns. I'm an admissions officer and first-year support coordinator at Macalester, and I am in charge of Texas. So if you have any questions about Macalester, I'm super happy to connect and talk about it. I also graduated from Mac in 2019. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about student life, the transition from a warm weather place to a cold weather place, I'm originally from LA, so I'm more than happy to talk about the weather and the snow and all of that. So let's get started. Macalester is located in St. Paul, Minnesota, and one of the characteristics most unique about us is that we are one of very few liberal arts colleges in the country located in an urban area. We're not too far away from the U of M, where Rachel was talking about. Our campus sits about 4 miles west of downtown St. Paul and 7 miles east of downtown Minneapolis. And although our student body is small with about 2,100 students, there are 3.5 million people in the Twin Cities metro area, so still pretty vibrant. Our students have access to over 200 internship sites within an 8-mile radius of campus, and the international airport is only 5 miles away, so about a 15-minute car ride. There are also 16 Fortune 500 companies, including Target, 3M, just like Rachel mentioned. For those of you not familiar with the Twin Cities, they really have a lot to offer. We have some of the biggest and most reputable medical and scientific research facilities in the region, a vibrant artistic scene, and the full cohort of professional sports organizations. Allianz Field, home to the Minnesota United FC, is only a few blocks away from MAC, so you can actually just walk to the stadium. And I'm sure you've all heard of Lizzo. She began her career right here in the Twin Cities. So as you can tell, the Twin Cities aren't just for jobs, internships, and research. They can really be a great outlet for exploring cultural concerts, cultural organizations, internships, art museums, restaurants, bike trails, and everything else under the sun, or super soon the snow. Whenever the MAC bubble begins to feel a bit too small, you can go find anything you could possibly want within 30 minutes on public transportation. We are a mission-driven institution, and we are grounded in our values of academic excellence, multiculturalism, internationalism, and service to society. Generally, 35% of our US students identify as Black, Indigenous, or people of color, BIPOC for short. And in our incoming class last year, the class of 2024, that number was up to 41%, and we're constantly working hard to increase that number. Additionally, about 15% of students at MAC are first generation to college students, will be the first in their families to earn a 4-year college degree. We also have a vibrant LGBTQIA+ community on campus. We have a longstanding and enduring commitment to global citizenship that traces back to the mid-1900s and is represented by the fact that we've flown the UN flag on our central flagpole since 1950. Currently, 15% of our student body is international, and about 25% of our students hold citizenship of a country other than the United States. Collectively, our student body speaks 75 different languages. We don't require volunteer hours, but what's incredible is that our students desire to be more involved in our community. And about 90% of recent Macalester graduates reported doing some kind of civic engagement work or volunteering during their time at MAC. In addition, there are 192 community partners located within just a 5-mile radius of campus, and 61 of our classes in over 20 departments have a civic engagement component. Academics, our distribution requirements to the right are ultimately rooted in preparing our graduates to live the mission of the college, so those 4 core values. And in the spirit of a liberal arts and sciences education, we do ask our students to dabble and take a little bit of everything, but we also require a second language fluency and courses emphasizing both internationalism and US identities and differences, with the understanding that students in any course of study will leave Macalester more well-rounded, empathetic, and prepared to add value across a wide variety of platforms. On the left, you can see that we have 39 majors, 40 minors, and 10 academic concentrations. Our academic concentrations highlight the unique interests of our students, faculty, and staff, and are interdisciplinary by design. Some of the most popular concentrations on our campus include human rights and humanitarianism, community and global health, and urban studies. As you can see from this list, you will find support through many on-campus departments and programs. We have the Leo Tatsuzuki Center and the Gender and Sexuality Resource Centers located within the Department of Multicultural Life, and they offer a number of signature programs, and I'll just name a few examples. We have identity collectives that recognize multiple and intersecting identities we all carry, and the importance of a supportive community as we explore our privileged and marginalized identities. We also have Mosaic, which is a shorthand for mentoring opportunities for students across identity and culture. So again, provides peer mentorship for first-year students who identify as students of color, Indigenous, LGBTQIA+, or first generation to college. And every year, this year, our Department of Multicultural Life is offering pop workshops on topics of power and oppression and privilege. Lastly, each year, 12 students from our incoming class are selected for the Bonner Community Scholars Program, and Bonner is a 4-year civic engagement program, providing leadership, programming, academic support, engagements, and a social network. Lastly, a little bit about admissions and financial aid. We are a common application school. It is totally free to apply to Macalester. We are also permanently test optional. So if you want to submit test scores, feel free to do so. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. It will not impact our decision in any way. We have an early action round, early decision, 2 rounds of those. Early action, early decision 1 are right around the corner, November 1st. We also have a regular decision round, and we're a QuestBridge partner school. We meet 100% of demonstrated need for all of our students, regardless of citizenship, application round, academic interest, any other variable, and in-state, out-of-state students pay the same amount for tuition. So that's just a little bit about Macalester. I'll drop my information in the chat and hope we're able to connect.
All right, let me try to take this back up. All right, hello everybody. My name is Gabriel Jesus Escobedo Gutierrez. Just call me Gabe or Gabriel. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Alma College, and it's a pleasure to be here because I'm originally from Texas, born and raised, and I absolutely love Texas, but there's a reason why I moved to Michigan with my family, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. If this works. Okay. So here's some fast facts about Alma College. We're located in the middle of Michigan. So if you take your head and point right to the middle, that's where we are. We're a small private liberal arts college with about 1,450 students. That means the average class size is about 18 with a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. We are NCAA D3 with 29 teams, including esports and dance. And we have over 100 plus clubs and organizations. So what makes Alma unique isn't just the school itself, but it's the commitment that we give for all of our students, especially those who are coming out of state like yourselves. So we have something called our Alma Commitment, and it can be summarized in 3 parts. The first is on-time graduation guarantee. What that means is if you don't graduate in 4 years or your prospective graduation date, and it's no fault of your own, we are going to pay for an extra semester completely on us. How we do that is make sure you're full-time, so that's 13 to 18 credit hours a semester, and you have a full team backing you. And that comes to our second part of the commitment, planned academic and career guidance. Every college has an advisor who helps pick your classes. What we have is a dedicated team, not helping you just to get a piece of paper, but to have a career. So we're trying to get as much hands-on experience, regardless of your major, as possible, as early as possible. And if you have some questions like, well, I don't really know what to do, but I have a few options, perfect. Within your first 2 years, we're going to get you as much hands-on experience. What that might look like is going to a classroom, maybe in our hospital, in our smart lab, maybe you want to do something in political science. You get to speak with professionals as early as possible, see if it's the right fit for you. And let's say your advisor or maybe your department has really cool internships, externships, or study abroad opportunity. How can you pay for that? Well, we're going to guarantee you get $2,500. That's called our Alma Venture. So you can go any off-campus experience that you want. And yes, there is more opportunities for getting scholarships for study abroad or internships, but this is just guaranteed. We have over 50 programs of study, and we have some really cool academic opportunities for you. So did you know that Alma College is internationally recognized as one of the top Model UN programs? Well, it's true, found out on Jeopardy. We also have Acorn, which is a STEM-based program that you can get real lab experience even before starting your freshman year. We have an internationally recognized iGEM team that is a genetic engineering competition. And of course, we have various honors programs here on campus. We have something called Spring Term, which is a little different from other schools because we don't have summer classes. Spring Term is an opportunity during the month of May where students can really have some cool chances to go around the world and use that venture grant. And of course, we have academic resources, including free tutoring and career guidance. So let's talk about campus life. We do require students to live all 4 years on campus, but it's okay. There's a lot to do in such a small town at Alma College. Most of the time, you're going to be either going to some of the athletic events or joining our performing arts opportunities. That means you can do anything from watching a soccer game, lacrosse, even esports tournament at our local esports bar. And we also have performing arts programs such as theater, orchestra, band, dance, including Highland arts. So if anyone plays the bagpipes, please hit me up. So you're probably thinking, it's a private college, probably going to cost a lot. Well, you may be right, but 100% of our students receive some form of financial aid. That includes all students, international, in-state, out-of-state, undocumented, etc. So what that looks like is we just need your application, and depending on your GPA, so we do not need test scores, you get a scholarship ranging from $23,000 all the way to $27,000 a year, every year for 4 years. But wait, there's more. You can always add on top of that by including something called a referral or alumni scholarship. So maybe your coach or maybe your counselor told you about Alma. Go ahead and put their name on the referral or on the application, and you get a referral scholarship. If you're a student of color or a member of our LGBTQ community, we have an opportunity scholarship for you. If you're interested in doing the performing arts, we have a scholarship for that, art and design. We're not a private Christian university, but if you want to continue your faith on campus, we have scholarships for that. We also have an esports scholarship. And it's really easy to apply. All you have to do is either go to our website, alma.edu, or find us on the Common App. We're completely free, and we just need your transcript. We're completely test optional. We pride ourselves in diversity and inclusion, and that's really why I left Texas to come to this college, because they're really building a foundation to help students of all backgrounds, regardless of where they come from. And I think that is a beautiful thing, because they don't just talk the talk, they really walk the walk by having various programs to help students transition in from, especially out of state, or from diverse backgrounds, to make sure that they feel a sense of belonging on campus. So you're probably thinking, okay, sounds great, but can I get a job? Well, yes. Over 94% of our students are either employed in the field they want to be in, or in graduate school to pursue that. That includes medical school, law school, and the like. I would love to talk to you more about what it's like to be here at Alma College. I also teach here at Alma, so I'm a professor as well. So I'd love to talk to you what it's like to be in the classroom. Fun fact, I have a few Texans in my classroom. And I'll put my information in the chat. Thank you all so much.
Wonderful. Presenters, you guys are fantastic. Great job. We have about, let's see, it looks like 13, 14 minutes together until we end our session. So if I could ask everyone to come back on camera, we're going to do one, maybe 2 rounds of some Q&A just to wrap up our time together. We'll go in the same order that everyone presented in, just so that we stay nice and structured. And the first question that we will answer together is, what is one piece of advice you would offer someone going through the college search process?
I would say my piece of advice is, as you're exploring your options, and you should be exploring lots of options, is find a way to stay organized, whether that be a Google Sheet or a binder. You're going to have lots of dates and deadlines and numbers and information thrown at you. So finding a way to keep all of that organized so you can really take a look at it and you don't miss any big dates is an important thing to do.
And mine is, I think it's really great to visit. So when you visit a campus, you get a sense of what you like, what you don't like. You can really put together your perfect institution. And what's really great is, as a silver lining of this pandemic, we have a lot of virtual visit opportunities at all of our institutions. If you can come in person, that's wonderful. Otherwise, even just visiting local schools is super helpful for you to start to piece together what it is that you need.
I echo both of those. I would say my biggest piece of advice is get to know your admissions counselor. So all of us work with students from across the state of Texas. Some of us review your applications when you apply. We want to get to know you as a student. We don't necessarily want to get to know your parents or other people throughout the process. This is about you. And so reach out to us via email, call us. Most of us have our contact information. One, we've shared it in the chat, but also on our websites, and we're really excited to answer your questions. Every college is a little bit different, and so we are the experts about our institutions, and so definitely get to know us throughout the process.
Yeah, along the lines of what Aspen just said, feel free to ask any questions. There's no such thing as a silly question. I once had a parent call me for like an hour just asking questions, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, this is all valid. Students sometimes email me like 10 questions, and I'm like, okay, get ready to read my 3 paragraphs. This is really our job, just to answer your questions, so don't be shy.
There's not much left for me to say that you all didn't say, so thank you so much. I also apologize. I've been a little sick all day. The biggest thing is, I've been working in higher education, helping students get into college for 10 years. I look so young, right? Talk to us. We're real people. We want to be able to help you. So Erica mentioned visiting a campus. I know y'all are in Texas, so virtual is a great option, but also talk to some of your reps. Some schools have the ability to help you get to campus. So like, for instance, pay for, or maybe reimburse you for some tickets. So talk to schools like that, but also talk to them about who you are and who you want to be, because we want to be able to find the right fit for you. I say this, I feel like all of the reps here are amazing what they do, and their goal isn't just to get you to their college, but to really find the best fit for you, where you're confident and comfortable going. So talk to us. we're here for you. And whatever question it may be, just ask, because we just want to make sure, again, that wherever you decide to go is where you want to go. And it's going to be it's going to help you become the person you want to be.
Wonderful. Let's do one more question, and then we will wrap up our session. So if our reps could just leave our students with one thing that you want them to remember about your school.
One thing that I guess you can remember is, like many of us, we celebrate the full 4 seasons here in Minnesota. And we love every one of them, but just in case it gets a little bit too cold, about 90% of our campus is connected by underground tunnels. So you can navigate most of getting to your classes without going outside or grabbing breakfast in your pajamas. So hopefully that's helpful. They're kind of fun tunnels. You can certainly bear the outside. We've got heated bus stops and bridges, but it's kind of a fun factor in Minnesota.
The big thing for Northern is what I hear from students is how much they appreciate the sense of community that's on campus, and that they feel really connected. So when they're talking about different student groups, organizations, things like that, it's that they feel at home at Northern. And a lot of times when students come into Marquette to visit, they say it was like coming home. So I think community's really big for us.
I think Rachel has the best one with the underground tunnels. We have heated sidewalks, and that's about as excited as Texas students get. I would definitely say, if you're thinking at Mount Michigan State, again, I talked about us being a large institution, and we are really proud of that, but I know that that's not the right fit for everyone. And so I just want to remind you all that there are great opportunities for you to make a large school feel small through living and learning communities, through honors colleges, through student organizations. And so I think that that's something that we do really well as an institution, is find ways for you to find your tribe and just get connected. And so again, not to be fearful of the size of MSU, be excited about those opportunities and know that there will be opportunities for you to then make it feel a little bit smaller and find your community.
Macad would be our 4 core values. They are really at the root of everything we do. So academic excellence, multiculturalism, internationalism, service to society. Our students really love our values and they try to embody them as much as possible. And again, those general distribution requirements will prepare you to live in the mission of the college.
So Alma College, like I said, there's a reason why I told my wife and daughter, I'm like, hey, we're moving to Michigan. And they're like, what? It's because Alma has the ability, and a lot of schools do this, but I really feel it here at Alma, where the person you want to be is sometimes far off. But here at Alma, you have that opportunity to really build yourself up with people that really care. As a professor, I know when my students are going through something, and I talk to them about it. But not only that, like it's just the feeling of, yes, you have student organizations, you have people who help mentor you, but also you can really even pick your own major. Like if there's 2 things you really want to do and we don't have it, you can literally make your own major. So that's one of the beautiful things about Alma College, is that whether it be your academics or maybe your support system or who you want to be, or even as a career path, we're really here to help you become the person you want to be.
All right, that brings us to the end of our time together. So one last slide for me, just to wrap everything up. A massive thank you to everyone for joining us this evening, especially our presenters. Like I said, you guys did fantastic. Students, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. Any feedback that you are willing to provide for us, we would greatly appreciate. There are another round of sessions happening today and then a whole slew of others tomorrow. So please check the schedule and sign up for anything else that you are interested in. And finally, you will be able to find this session's recording as well as all other session recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I am sure all of our presenters would join with me in saying that we do wish everyone the absolute best of luck in their college search process, and we do want everyone to find that perfect fit. So that'll wrap us up. Thank you for joining, and have a wonderful rest of your day.